Welcome back to MASL Insider. It's been a few days since we've had any of these episodes up, and with the next round of the semifinals in a couple of days, we figured, why the heck not produce a few more for you? We want to keep these episodes short, but we're going to pack them full of info for your viewing pleasures. In case you don't know who I am, my name is Christian Philemon, otherwise known as Philly. And I'm here today to chat with a member of the Florida Tropics, one of the most feared defenders in Major Arena Soccer League, a man who has been on top of his game in this league for several years. This season, our guest has had a career high in blocked opponent shots, finishing off the regular season as the leader in that statistical category with 54. That's 13 ahead of the second man on that list. A man who has tasted glory and hoisted the Newman Cup and is looking to do so again in the Sunshine State. I am talking about none other than number 3 defender, Chad Vandegriffe. Chad, welcome to MASL Insider.
Hey, thank you for having me. I like the intro. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no doubt, my man. You deserve it. You've had a fantastic season, and I want to congratulate your Tropics team on a successful season and a successful first round. But more importantly, I want to congratulate you on the fact that you finished the regular season as the league leader in blocked opponent shots. 54, a career best for you. Way to go.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I mean, obviously I'm aware of that. So any individual stats and things, those are nice, but as you know, we're still in it, so my focus is just the next game. So
yeah, absolutely. And I mean, before we get into playoffs, talk to us about your feelings on how the regular season went for the Tropics and for you personally.
Yeah, I mean, we started off really well. We had a lot of home games, so that always makes it easier for the team. Sleeping in your own bed, practicing in your own facilities. Then later on in the season, we traveled a lot. And, you know, we learned a lot about our team. Maybe we were in a lot of closer games, playing more games in a week. So, you know, the things that you need to go through in the regular season, we kind of went through towards the end of the season. And there's bad times and there's good times, but you need to go through those to know what it's like, especially when you get into playoffs.
What would you say the most memorable part of the season has been for you?
Memorable part. I don't know. I think we've been responding really well. I don't think we've lost 2 games in a row. That's important. We haven't hit like a rocky patch, you know. So just being consistent and you know, you're going to have injuries. You're going to have people go out. People step in. You need every single person, not just the 15 in that game. So, you know, we've been going through it all, and we're at where we're at right now. So,
last season, you guys were awesome, but a lot of the offense was geared around Ian Bennett. How would you say this season has been different as far as the team goes, the style, and the level of play?
Yeah, there's a handful of guys that are in, you know, the top 10 in assists and points from our team. So we don't really rely on one person. And I think that's what makes us a threat. If people try to shut down 1 or 2 guys, other guys will, you know, step up or show what they got. So it's always nice to not just have 1 or 2 or 3 people scoring your points. It's pretty spread out on this team. And so I think that makes us hard to plan against.
Oh, absolutely. Now, last season, obviously, we all know how it ended. I mean, you ended up losing to the Sockers in the playoffs, but how did that loss motivate you and your teammates going into the offseason and then preparing for this season?
Yeah, I mean, last year you got to pick who you wanted to play, right? And we picked San Diego and we lost. But at the same time, to be a champion, you have to beat the best teams, right? So whether you get knocked out in semis, final, whatever it is, you have to play the best. So, you know, we put ourselves in a really good position. And Maybe we'll see San Diego. Maybe we won't again.
Well, obviously, I'm sure Clay Roberts is pumping you guys up for the match. It's going to be a good one. That last match against Kansas City was a barn burner, and obviously, let's get into the semifinals. You had a tough opponent in Kansas City, a team that you didn't play during the regular season until the playoffs. Now, how much harder is it to prepare for an opponent that you haven't faced all year?
Yeah, we've just seen them from afar, right? Just from watching games and videos and things like that. It makes it difficult, obviously, for guys on our team that have been in the league and played against a lot of those players. That always helps. If you have new guys in the lineup, they might get caught off guard. They don't know other players' tendencies as well. But yeah, just thinking about that game, it was a pretty high-scoring game, which you don't want to allow that many goals in the playoffs, and it was up and down, up and down. I think their Dallas matchup was like that as well. So we got into that up and down game, and it's anybody's game. Then you hope you're the one putting the ball in the back of the net, because if not, then it goes the other way. So I think just they're a great team. So just trying to control or manage the game, maybe slow it down at times, and then it's playoffs, right? So the teams in there are good. So set pieces, power plays, you win in those categories, you typically win the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Now, you played at Cable Dahmer Arena the last game. You're back home, back in Lakeland, getting the ability to train in your own facility, wake up in your own bed, no travel, no time zone change, none of that. You're looking to avenge that loss, get that W, force that mini game. What's the vibe like in the locker room? How hungry are you boys to go out there and battle?
Yeah, we're hungry. Obviously, the loss happens, and you got to get it out of your mind pretty quick, right? Just learn from those mistakes. We've watched films, we've been preparing, and we need to take things from that game, learn, adjust, and we have all the confidence in the world in our team and the person next to us and our coaching staff. So, even with that loss, we're still in a great position.
In a great position at home, in your arena. I mean, you have the opportunity. And with you having to force the mini game, like, how does that change things up tactically? Knowing that you have to put your pedal to the metal because it's do or die, but at the same time, still trying to leave some gas in the tank for the mini game. Like, how do things change up tactically in situations like this?
Right. I think just like in this situation, I mean, you can't really think about the mini game right now. At least I don't. In a regular game, I try to just take it quarter by quarter. I mean, you can even break it down play by play. Just like in a season, you set goals, right? 5 games. So you don't want to look at too much. I think we're going to try to win each quarter in the first game and see where we fall with that. Obviously, our team can score goals. So we're going to score. Can we get the goals against count down a little bit and play some good team defense and get behind the ball? But, yeah, if the minigame comes, we'll be ready for it. We just need to focus on the game first, quarter by quarter.
Awesome. You're a veteran. You've tasted success. You, along with Drew and Ricardinho, you've experienced the glory of winning the Ron Newman Cup. Like, how valuable do you think that experience comes going into the locker room with players who are hungry but haven't seen the promised land?
Yeah, I think, in my career, I've been in a lot of playoff games, and some go your way, some don't, but you always learn from them. And a lot of eyes are on you as well. So you want to play your best soccer, and people remember you for playoff games and championships and things like that. Obviously, I have one championship. Sometimes I do think about it like, man, I've only made it to one, and I ended up winning. That's kind of special because I know a lot of guys can get there, and you fall short. But I think that leadership goes a long way. I think it's more the moments, indoor soccer is all about highs and lows, right? You don't want to get too high, you don't want to get too low. So having a handful of players with experience, and not only is it talk, other players can just feel that vibe. So I think our team right now is just, it has a great balance of, veterans and young players and speed and brains and everything. So we have a great mixture here.
Let's start talking about you personally right now, Chad. Like, you keep getting better and better year after year, like a fine wine, if you will. What do you do in the offseason to prepare yourself for the grind of this season? And how'd you prepare yourself for the success you keep on having and have had thus far?
Yeah, first of all, I appreciate that.
I say how
I
it
don't,
is.
right. Like my first 3 years, maybe I was doing indoor, outdoor year round, kind of got to be a lot on the body. I take care of myself in the off season. I'm not playing a ton of soccer, to be honest. But also just learning the game, having good teammates around me, staying healthy. I'm trying to get better and better. So if that's what you see or other people see, then that's great. I don't have a specific answer.
No, all good. I mean, the proof's in the pudding. I mean, obviously, you've had some career bests in plenty of statistical categories. And yeah, I would say you are among the most feared defenders in this league. And that's a testament to, like you were saying, taking care of yourself in the offseason, not out there partying and in Florida day in and day out. I mean, maybe you do, I don't know, but you're still taking care of yourself, and that's what matters. As far as game day prep, all right, let's talk about what Chad Vandegriffe does during his game day. Do you have a specific routine? Are there any songs that you have to listen to before you walk out there? Like, walk us through your game day prep.
My game day prep. No specific songs. I usually listen to whatever songs are on in the locker room. I'm a little superstitious with like my game socks. Like I'll wash them myself. I cut them. I tie my shoes certain ways. Tape all those little things that kind of just add up over your career. But nothing over the top. Getting there early kind of gets to me as far as the whole eating thing. So a lot of times I'll bring food in there or get something to go, so I'm not hungry. There's a lot of guys that can eat 5 hours before a game and they're good. I'm typically eating 2.5 hours before a game. But I do my hair. Gotta look good.
Of course.
Play good. But yeah, nothing crazy. Just need my certain gear. I chew gum a lot. I don't know if you've noticed that. Kind of stinks because all my pictures, I'm just like mouth hanging out everywhere. But that's just something I don't know, started doing and haven't stopped.
Well, yeah, in terms of like funny superstitions, like at least it's a good thing that you wash your socks. I mean, I've heard about plenty of players that don't even do that. So I'm sure everybody in the locker room appreciates that.
Well, I just don't want them getting mixed and matched, and the game socks I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I definitely wash mine.
You've already done this once before, but what would it mean to you, and obviously to the Tropics, to get the opportunity to hoist that Newman Cup at the end of this season?
Yeah, obviously this is my second season here, but this club has been knocking on the door for quite a few years. And that's what the ownership wants. That's what the fans want. That's what the players want. And there's been a handful of years we're in the mix. So that's the goal every year, and that's the expectation. So it would be something special for everyone. There's so many players and people that not everyone realizes that plays a part in it, whether it's medical staff, ownership, players that don't play a lot. people that get injured. There's a lot of people, and it takes everyone, whether how big of a part they have or not. It takes a lot of people. So it would be very special, and hopefully that can come this year.
Well, obviously, I got my fingers crossed for you, man. I just got a couple of more questions. Certainly appreciate your time. You're a hard man to track down, Chad Vandegriffe, let me tell you, but I'm glad you're here. I've gotten a couple of people that have answered this question for me, but I would rather it be told from you. Why the nickname Cheese?
I know where this is going. Yeah. So, somebody asked me in San Diego, and I was like, I think it's honestly, there's only a handful of people that call me that, but it's just because I smile a lot. And they were like, oh, really? Like that's it? And I was like, yeah, maybe I should come up with some big story or something. But honestly, it's just because I'm cheesing a lot, I think. So
I mean, if you're cheesing a lot, that means you're loving life, and you're obviously getting to do something you love to do at a very high level. So why not smile? I mean, that's, now that I understand, it's an appropriate nickname. You could probably thank Brian Ackley for creating the media notes and putting that in there as nickname, because reading your bio last season, getting ready to call you guys then, just seeing the nickname Cheese, obviously, like, I had to, scratch my head and going, interesting. Can't wait to ask him why, and here, this is my opportunity. So I appreciate that answer.
Yeah, no, I think I was listening to one of the games you were calling, and I heard you guys talking about that a little bit. So,
well, now the masses know.
Definitely, and I'm sure maybe more people will call me that.
Again, if you're doing it because you smile, that means things are good. So positivity, the laws of attraction. That's why you've been so successful, man. That's probably a good reason.
Yeah, hopefully.
Now, before we let you go here, like, any final thoughts or words that you want to, get out there to any of the people listening to the show?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think what you're doing is great. Now we're on Twitch, social media is doing great. This league's very, very exciting. There's a lot of people that have been following it for years. And then there's a handful of new people that, whether they tune in online or come to a game, but I'm not just saying this. Anybody that I talk to and they come to a game, they never say it's boring. I mean, you watch these games, regular season games, playoff games, they're down to the wire. You think a team's going to win, you might turn it off, or you might tune out for a few minutes and the other team's winning, or it's like you don't want to blink. So I think it's great what everyone's doing that's a part of it, and hopefully it can continue to grow. I think it's a great sport, great product on the field. So yeah.
Right. Chad, I just want to say thanks again for coming on MASL Insider and taking the time. You've been great. Really happy we got a chance to chat. Good luck to you in the tropics, and all the best to you and yours.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate you having me on, and I wish you would have wore the red jacket, but I'm sure you'll bust that back out.
No doubt about that. Again, folks, thank you everybody for tuning in to MASL Insider. Wanted to quickly give a shout out to Chill Brands, chill.com, the official CBD sponsor of the MASL, helping out athletes reach their maximum potential by promoting proper and expedited recovery. Welcome to the Chill Club. And folks, after these last two semifinal matches, I certainly stocked up on some Chill products. I love them. If they can get a naturally amped guy like myself to calm the heck down, they can certainly work for you too. Now, we'll hopefully be back with a few more of these shows for your viewing pleasure. Don't forget to subscribe to MASL on all the socials, and make sure you subscribe on the newest platform for MASL games, Twitch. We'll see y'all next time. Chad, good luck. God bless. See y'all soon. Talk to you later.
Hey, thank you. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.